Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete and certified high performance coach. And we have a veteran that is out there making a difference in the community. And we wanted to bring him to the show before the We Care Vets show tomorrow because it's going to be a lot of traffic. So, Vince, tell our viewers who you are, what you do, and who you serve, and then we'll get into our podcast.
No, of course, yeah. Thank you for having me on. So my name is Vince Lamash, U.S. Army veteran, and I own 214 home inspections, and I operate all over North Georgia, serving home buyers and real estate professionals to help them educate themselves on the properties that they are looking to purchase and give them the empowerment to make a better informed decisions.
Awesome. Now I know what it means, but for our viewers out there in our community, what does the number 214 mean?
So 214, purposely named the company that just so for veterans to recognize it. But so when you exit the service, you're given a paper form that's called a DD 214, and it's basically a summary of your military experience.
What would you say, like, for those that they're transitioning out of the military? Why did you go down the route of home inspection, and was there a reason you liked that path?
So it wasn't intentional, actually. um, After the military, I got into the building industry. I worked for a home builder. I did worked for a renovation company, and did water remediation, mold remediation. At one point, I worked for a fire, arson, and flood investigation company.
Hmm.
So when this opportunity came up to join or become a home inspector, it seemed like a good fit with my background.
What do you like most about when you're in that business? Because when you're inspecting a home, that's the most precious investment for a person. What can you share with our viewers that has made kind of you that you come home and that you enjoy? What do you like most about the type of business of home inspection that you're in? Oops. I think we were having a little bit of trouble until
Lost you.
Vince. Okay.
Oh,
We're having a little bit of a technical
sorry, I was losing you
challenge.
there.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Mhm. Give me one moment. Let me try relogging in. Maybe.
Okay. All right. I'll talk while you're gone, and then we'll come when you get back. So for people out there, we want to, as our community, to support our veterans' businesses. These are businesses that they're growing with your support of knowing which ones you can make that selection on, because people that go through their military experience have a different heart than those that don't. So look for businesses that you can support to get your needs taken care of. When Vince comes back, we'll talk more about his particular business, but understanding water mediation, understanding what goes on in a house, and being able to help you with your most precious investment, which is your home. You want to have somebody. Oh, here we go. We have Vince back. Okay, now we're talking. Awesome. So, so I tell our viewers, thanks for coming back. Oops, that we lost him again. There's sometimes technical issues because a man on the move, like Vince is somebody that's always out there serving the community, serving the homes. And if you're looking for people to inspect, if you're a builder or if you're a real estate agent, you're people that need home inspections, we'll give you some. We'll put up here when till Vince comes back is you can go to 214homeinspections.com, and we will be at the tomorrow. We're going to be at the oops, that's not Sorry about that. We're going to be at the We Care. Here we go. There we go. We're going to support our veterans through letting you know what businesses are out there so we can organize it to help support our veterans, but also our veterans that needs our assistance, but growing businesses like Vince, we want to be aware to help them have healthy businesses so they can have a thriving, healthy business to support our community and support our people in our community. So as soon as he comes back, you can um, be able to go. Let me see if I can bring up something. Wow. If you go to pk.me/vets, oh, here we go. Vince is back.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I was talking about the fair tomorrow, so we'll take that off. So tell us, like, what's the most challenging thing when you're walking into a home and you've got to give that report back to the person that wants you to do that inspection? What has been the most challenging thing for yourself?
So really, it's probably every house is different, every client's different. So it's really understanding their needs and being able to educate them on the house that you just inspected
Mhm.
to help them better understand it. And because the last thing I want to do is try to scare someone away from my house. I want
Mhm.
to educate them. And there's a huge misnomer that a lot of inspectors are deal killers. And that is never my goal with any inspection. It's just to help people make better informed decisions.
What do you think? Like, we're in an age where information is doubling and AI is out there. What makes and having that current information? So when you're out there inspecting, is there things that you're seeing out there that you want our viewers to be aware of? Because granted, I'm sure the agent's calling you to come in and, or the buyer,
hmm
whatever it is, to make sure that this investment is a good one. What are you seeing out there? Are there any unique things that you could educate our community to be aware of?
I would probably say new construction. There
Mhm,
are a lot of good builders out there, and there are a lot of builders out there who don't have the same quality control. And
mhm.
you may even have one builder in one area and another same builder in another area, but their superintendent's different, and the quality control is going to be different. Just because you're buying a new home does not mean it's perfect.
Mm.
And probably last I checked, like a quarter to a third of people buying new homes are getting inspections. And when on new construction, what I look for and what other inspectors look for are building code related items. And these can be structural, they can be plumbing, mechanical, it can be a wide range of things. And my whole thing is you're buying a house that you expect to be built to code, and it's my job to come in there to look for these building code related items so the builder can correct it and you have a proper house moving forward.
Yeah, it's a prevention so much better than the reaction to something. What
Yes.
would you say, like when you're building those relationships in the community, what have you found beneficial in your world that you could share with our viewers that you've been able to benefit from as you're growing your business?
Just be honest. Be honest with the client, with the agents. Don't over exaggerate things. We're here as an objective third party, as an inspector. It's not
Mhm.
our job to go in there and say you shouldn't buy this house. It's our job to go in there and to give a almost like a primary care physician. We're going in there to do a diagnostic on the house. And if we find things wrong with it, then so we're saying, hey, you need to reach out to an electrician to get more information on this. Or you need to reach out to a plumber and get more information on this and refer them to the specialists and at that point move on.
That's awesome. What do you think? Because relationships are critical to business success. You're in an organization that has a lot of relationships.
Mhm.
How has your association with your BNI helped you as a businessman?
It's helped me. Uh, One, I have a referral base of people I trust to refer out that I know are going to take care of the clients I work with. And also being part of a business group like that, it creates accountability. you're in a room full of professionals and you want to be on the same level with them, and you want to be you're inspired by them. Some of them started their own company as like a one-man shop, and they're growing it into a multi-million-dollar company. And it just gives you that more that extra motivation for yourself to do better every day.
Hmm. How are you balancing, the pace of business and, the technology that's coming very fast? How are you handling that kind of that transition or that balance in your business with everything changing so fast?
It's getting a jump on it. So when I hear new things coming out, I try it out. When I use ChatGPT quite often
Hmm.
in my work, and it's a huge thing to use. AI is really making a huge step, and like all different diagnostic tools come out for inspections, and I try them out, see what works best for me. If it works for me, I use it. If it doesn't work for me, I don't use it.
Yeah, that's so important to change, try out, because nothing stays the same.
Oh
When
no.
did you start? Like my partner, who's an AI specialist, it was about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. He said, "Pete, how are you using AI?" And I was like, probably the first 6 months of podcasting. I said, "I don't have time for that. I'm having a good time podcasting." And he kept leaning on me. He kept, "Pete, just play with it. Just play with it."
Hmm.
Then once I did, I mean, my jaw dropped because I created a course and it what would have probably taken me 6 months to do. I had the framework after all the back and forth in about 20 minutes or less.
Hmm.
When did you start dipping your big toe into AI, and how did it affect your business at the time?
So I started using it a lot when I was building my templates for my inspection reports.
Mhm.
So for the reporting software I use, it has all the different categories, hundreds and hundreds of defects I can choose from. When I'm on a house, I check one and then I take pictures of what I'm noting. However, with my comments, I went through AI to really streamline them, make them more short and to the point. And I even use them sometimes if I have to um, just like tweak the verbiage for different clients
Mhm.
and to help them better understand it. And I can even use it to translate a whole report if I had to into a different language.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is a beautiful thing to, because I had a person that he was from Brazil, and this is about 3 years ago, and we're trying to communicate branding, and man, I had to bring in a friend, and
Yep.
it was like if you can't speak the same language, it's tough.
Oh
So,
yeah, it is.
what would you say? Like, how did your military experience prepare you for being a business owner?
It first thing they instill on you, and one of the first things is attention to detail. And as an inspector, as a business owner, attention to detail is everything. It's you keep track of every single receipt, every single transaction you do, every single thing you do on a daily basis. So
Mhm.
it's really it just instills that it's also self accountability, and it has helped quite a bit.
Wow, that's good. You work hard because I don't know a veteran that doesn't work hard,
Yeah.
but what do you do? Like, how do you unwind, or what kind of activities have you been able to incorporate into a busy building business that kind of helps you to kind of have some balance, if you want to say that's a word?
Yeah, I mean, for like unwinding, we go jeeping, boating,
Mm,
um, camping, like everything. It just kind of like escape. It's good to get off the grid and just disconnect from technology every now and then. And you can just get out and go mudding in a jeep, come home and you're completely covered in mud, and you have to take a pressure washer to the whole jeep, and you're there and you're wondering why the heck did I do this? But but it's fun. It's good
yeah.
to just get out there and let loose.
Yeah. So what is your favorite, what are y'all's favorite like camping place that you've been to that you could share with our viewers?
really just like all around like Blue Ridge and the Georgia mountains. It's all
Mhm.
different. We either we get a cabin or we go on hikes or what have you. It's fun. It's you get it's that's what I love about Georgia is you have everything here, and
Mhm.
is you, we live out in Kennesaw and we can get to really anywhere in Georgia relatively quick.
Yeah. What do you like most about the traffic that we have here in Georgia?
That I can use GPS to bypass freeways when I don't want to use the freeways.
I'll talk to some people and they go, "Yeah, you have you have traffic out there." I said, "Yeah, I mean, hey, look, I don't know too many big cities that don't. So
No, no.
you just have to, you know, it's just a part of what we have. A
Oh yeah.
growing city is going to have traffic. So if you like complain about it, you won't be putting yourself in a good mindset because
Oh
it's
no.
just you got to have some fun with it, whether
Oh yeah.
like to listen to a lot of different things when I'm, like a podcast or different things that I can kind of feed my mind with. Is there
hmm
any books or sources that you enjoy that helps you to be a better businessman?
Um, one of the best books I read was the 10 Minute Manager, and in there has like it focuses on different leadership styles and how they all incorporate and how they can relate to business. That's probably the really the best book I've read on business and leadership, in my opinion.
Mhm. I know in BNI it's the giver's gain.
Yeah.
What practices em, do you employ in your business with that? Because I know I could tell what my conversation we had at 1885 House,
hmm
kind of that type of person that is a giver. Like, how do you use that principle in the building of your business?
So one a couple different ways. So one thing I do is I do donate to Mission 22, and I did have done a fundraising for them, and then I also offer discounts to veterans, to first time homebuyers, and also some of the additional services I offer, radon testing and drain line inspections. I
Mhm.
price those a lot lower than other companies because I see the importance of them, and I don't want someone to skip that service because they can't afford it.
Mm.
And I price that at a lower price point where I can still offer it and not lose money on it. I don't make as much money anymore on it, but I find the value of offering that service a lot better than making $75 more per transaction.
Mhm.
It's about doing what's right, and I'm here to take care of people, and that was one of the core um, missions of 214 when we started it. My wife and I was to help people, and home buying is a stressful process, and we wanted to educate and really help people get through this process and not have to sacrifice on things they couldn't afford.
Hmm. Do having like where you're talking about a conversation, like what are you most excited about in the next couple years as you build your business that you could share with our viewers?
So probably it's I'm hope looking forward to growing the company, bringing on other inspectors and hopefully veterans, and get them into the industry and help grow the company and give them a sense of ownership.
Hmm. That's beautiful because I work with the initials Christina. It does a
hmm
lot with it. The Army Rangers that
Yep.
transition out into it. So I've spoken to the last couple years to the event they've had at the Governor's Gun Club, and what
Yes.
I was impressed with is just the conversations you have with people that one, they served at a high level. Two,
hmm
have that, just like you say, do the right thing, the principles that will make a business successful, but they're transitioning into the civilian life. And the military's completely different in how things are done. What was the toughest thing for you, and when you transitioned to civilian life, that you could
Mhm.
share with our viewers?
Really, just getting back into a new routine. Your life is structured a certain way, and you're so used to doing it day in and day out, day in and day out, nonstop, and it's been just instilled in you. And going into the back into the civilian world, it's different. You have to get into a new routine. Things are different. The way people respond to things are different. So you have it's really every now and then you got to check yourself. So it's just getting back into that a new routine, and yeah, just getting that down and being able to move forward.
I love it. What's your morning routine like as a business owner?
I typically wake up about 5 a.m.
Mhm.
Check emails, check what I'm going to be doing for the day, planning out, and then also looking forward in the week for what's going on,
Mm.
and just making a game plan, and then also being able to strategize if I need to change anything midweek. If anything comes up, I can shift things around. It's just you have to be able to make a plan so you can evolve through the week and even the following week and what have you.
Has there been some mentors or people in the business community that you've been able to learn from or reach out to in your journey to build the business?
Yes, with BNI, I've used several people as just as sounding boards,
Hmm.
and other inspectors I've reached out to just for advice and uh, for operational. And also, I am a part of IEB, which is also it's called the Inspector Empire Builder, and all it is for home inspectors. So
Hmm.
there they have also they have a whole business plan also where they help you like a roadmap, and that's very beneficial. And it starts as if you're just a one man shop to if you have 25 inspectors underneath you. They have all different levels.
Hmm. That's really good. So what as you know, the world is changing rapidly. Like you and I have more of those life experiences that we can lean back on. What would you say to a person of Vince at 20 years old who's starting out? Like, what kind of advice would you give him?
Keep moving forward. Don't let things stop on who you want yourself to be, and don't let it slow you down.
Mhm.
Take everything as a learning experience. Don't take a lot of things personal. It's life is going to be hard. Make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you're not trying. So make mistakes, learn from them, try not to repeat them. It's just one of the best things is you can do is sometimes make a mistake. It shows that you're trying to make yourself better.
Ooh, I love that. You know, we always hear like women have that sixth sense. So share with our viewers, like, how has your wife helped you in those blind spots? Because we only have 5 cents, so we're
Yeah.
lacking 1 cent. So what can you share that she's been able to help you with that's made you a better business person?
She helps keep me centered, and she's there as support. She's been probably the most supportive person that I've had through this journey. And
Mm,
even when I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, she's like, I know you can, and I'm here for you. And that's if you having someone like that behind your back and helping you up when you fall is a huge thing. It just makes you want to be better for them and also for yourself.
yes. Oh, that's so good. I want to be respectful of your time, Vince,
Yeah.
because we squeezed this in today versus tomorrow because it's we were worried about the internet access. So thank you so much for
No,
being
thank you.
flexible enough to switch. What would be tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you, and
Hmm.
then I have one final question that I want to ask you, and I think I can
Yeah.
get to. Okay, hold on here. I think I'm trying to go to the area. Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay. Tell our viewers how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah. You can get a hold of me at 214homeinspections.com. On there, you can either schedule an inspection right there, or you can even ask a question. It has my contact info on there, email, everything. It has a little bit of my history on there. It has the services I provide. and all that. That'll be the best way to get a hold of me.
That is awesome. So what would be the one thing you would want our viewers to take home from our time on this podcast?
When you're buying a home in Georgia, really anywhere, um, get a good quality inspector and make sure there's someone that you trust. Have a conversation with them before you even do the inspection. Get to know that person. You work with a realtor for sometimes months and upwards of a year, and the inspector sometimes you only meet for just the inspection time. But get to know the inspector, and it'll help you trust what they find even more.
Wow, that is good advice. So, Vince, thanks you so much for spending time with our community, and we appreciate how you're serving the community, and really appreciate your service through your being a veteran and your military experience. So, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
You are most welcome.